I'm Lexy Davis, a love embodiment coach who helps people create a love that feels like home, and I'm here to bring more romance and playfulness into the world. I'm also an international retreat host, vibe curator, and human connector. I serve people through my business, Alive to Enjoy, and this podcast where I invite guests from around the world to sprinkle their wisdom and expand your perspective so you can create the deepest love you possibly can reach in this lifetime. I also want you to live the most joyous life, whatever that looks like to you, and I hope that this slice of the internet brings you lots of smiles and helps you keep your heart open. Thank you for choosing Heart Snuggles to be in your ears each week, and I'm so glad you're here with me. What's up, Heart Snugglies? It's 2024, the year of abundance. Let's see what happens. I'm so excited because last year was a lot. Whoa. I don't know about y'all, but I went through a year last year, and I'm excited to see what this year brings. I'm not really about, on to the next year. However, I'm just ready for an energy shift, which is my own doing of my own reset. I don't really think the years reset it. And I'm feeling a new momentum though, because I did lots of clearing, lots of feeling, everything I could possibly feel. Heartbreak, deep grief for months and months and months, taking a pretty big break off my business, and then getting new magical powers, somatic embodiment healing, all this, also Reiki. It's been a really fun year. And also I've done so much, and I turned 30 years old last week. So that's really exciting. Little Capricorn Queenie. I'm feeling blessed. Just last year alone, I went to, I think it was 6 countries, and I traveled at least 80% of the year. So crazy. It was crazy while I was just in the deepest pain of my entire life. So it was good. It is what it was, what it is, and is what it is. So now I wanted to come on and bring you some 2024 love reflections, intentions. Just, we do a lot of goal setting and whatnot. But if you're with me, then we're gonna work on our love life, our relationships, and I just thought it would be fun to give you guys some questions to reflect on and to start you off this year with, to think about. And I want to preface this by just saying that just know that you're already doing enough, that you already are enough. And when we do these things, it's not an invitation to self-shame, to judge, to beat ourselves up, to just keep ourselves in that perpetuating prison of not enoughness, like of the self-development world and capitalism, just always needing to do more and more and more. This isn't what this is about. It's just a time to pause and to kind of check in, to celebrate, to redirect where you're facing, what path you're facing towards, what choices you're making, and to just keep bringing grace on the journey, because that's what's most important. So go ahead and grab your journal, grab a pen, your favorite pen, light a candle or incense. You can get some crystals. Flowers are always the best vibe. If you have any sprays, you can spray, and just make it a sacred space. Every time we add this little bits of intention, it brings in more magic and it brings in more beauty. And all of this just helps for you to become a better creative channel and have more flow and to really drop into your heart, which is where we're going to go next. So this podcast is a very pause-friendly episode, and I recommend you actually like sitting your fine ass down and doing this, not just one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, I'll do it later, never end up doing it. We have to remember that we really have to create the space. And I fully understand if you're a busy parent, or you've got a huge project going on, or you're just stressed beyond belief because of death, like whatever it may be, listening is enough. And if you want to really create the space, see if you can actually sit down and do the practices and the offerings that I'm giving you. So if you're joining me for the all-in journey, Then, and you're in a safe space where you can actually close your eyes and drop in, go ahead and do so. So soften your gaze, and if it feels safe, you can completely close your eyes. And just start by taking some really deep, nourishing, yummy breaths. And for those of you that may not know how to properly breathe, when you inhale, the belly expands out wide like a balloon. And then when you exhale, the belly comes back in towards the spine. And really trying to send the breath all the way down to the depths of your tummy and filling in as much air as you possibly can and then releasing. And as you do so, start to intentionally soften the shoulders, the jaw, your sit bones into the earth, into whatever support you're seated in, and just bringing in this softness. Now breathe into your heart and maybe place a hand or both hands over your heart and start to expand all four corners of your heart, from the sides of the ribs to the back of the heart to the front of the heart, and just feel the energy starting to get a little bit bigger, letting your breath create more spaciousness and more awareness into your heart center. Because we really want to be in our hearts for this practice. We want to infuse everything with love and compassion and kindness. And just at any opportunity we can, start to feel our own love. I think that's something that we don't do enough. And if you believe in God or the universe, calling in that, calling in God, calling in the divine's love to flow through you now, any support that you wish to bring into this space energetically. And you can even grab your pen and place it at your heart as well to charge the pen with your love. And if you'd like to take some neck rolls, I always love to add those in, just really gentle and super slow neck circles. Starting to feel every little sensation you can possibly pick up on. And I'll guide you when to switch directions. Now switch sides, so rotating the neck in the opposite way. Let it be an intuitive practice. So maybe you hold one area a little bit longer and you breathe more into that space. Maybe you move your neck in a really strange way, but it feels oh so good. Just trusting in the body, always, always trusting the body. If you haven't done so already, you can open your eyes. If you're on YouTube or Spotify, you can see me waving. Sending you my love. Okay, so let's drop in and let the words flow. So as we write and we journal, try less thinking about it, finding all the right answers, and just letting the pen kind of write through the words right through your hand, letting your hand just be a channel for your soul. So when you get stuck on any prompt or you start to get really in the head or whatever, just you can rewrite the question again or rewrite the starting phrase and see what comes through. The more we can just trust that flow, that body, the more like goodness comes out. It's really beautiful practice. And if you've never done that before, then you might not understand, or it might not work as well, but just know that it's a practice. So continue to practice this. Okay. Question 1 is, what is love to you? So what does love to you? Writing whatever comes. Love is, and then let the pen flow. I'll read a little bit about what I wrote. Love is the most delicious, soothing, expansive, pleasurable, timeless sensation and feeling there is. It is the essence of who we all are, and something that can be multiplied in the presence of others, nature, animals, and with God. So I'll only leave a little bit of space in between so that you guys can have your own journey with this and pause it as you need and take as much time as you need so that you don't feel rushed and you can really fully get everything out that wants to come out. Next question is, when do you feel most loved? So I feel most loved when for me, I'll read some of mine. And cuddles, touch, kisses, long hugs, when I have someone's presence and when I'm in the presence of nature, when I'm seen, honored, cherished, worshiped, spoken beautiful words to, in a group of loved ones, traveling with others, sharing and hearing people's hearts, when I receive thoughtful actions, gifts, and words, when I'm resting in God's presence, when I'm dancing to good music with beautiful humans. Okay, next question. Who are your people in 2023? Who are those people that were right there with you, that you could call whenever, that brought smiles to your face, that helped you grow, that were there for you and that really showed up for you? And I want you to list 1 to 3 qualities about each person that you adore. So write the reasons that you love them. What are the qualities about them that you're like, oh, I love being around you? And just write 1 to 3 about each person. Okay, question 4. Celebrate your relationship wins of 2023. I just made a rock on hand signal, which I never make, so I don't know why that, but celebrate, baby. So write down some big celebrations. I'll share a few of mine, be vulnerable with y'all because that's what I love to do, share my heart. So experiencing the greatest love of my life thus far and the greatest heartbreak of my life, saying my desires and holding my boundaries, traveling to 5 places with my past lover, living together, best sex of my life. I was so taken care of by him, more than I ever have felt by any masculine in my life. We had the most memorable dates, full of magic. We navigated conflict with so much love and understanding. We moved through challenges with grace, peace, groundedness, and joy. It was so beautiful how we moved through really difficult situations, experienced immense amount of playfulness. We were a wonderful team, wildly intuitive, and I'll just leave that there. There was a lot of relationship wins for me this year. Another one was the amount that I softened into my feminine and the amount that I learned how to love and understand men. So life-changing what I've learned this year, and I'm really excited to share more with you guys in 2024. Next question is, what is working well in your love life that doesn't need to change? I will once again read some of mine. So the way I give with all the thoughtfulness, my care, my devotion, and my loyalty, my authenticity, my cutesiness. I'm the best cuddler ever. My willingness to understand and to always take self-responsibility and accountability. My amazing romantic date planning. I plan such good dates. Oh, and probably the biggest thing is my ability to remain in love even when I'm hurt and to keep my heart open. Okay, next question is, how do you want to cultivate more love in 2024? Some ideas for you guys, or what I wrote was each morning tapping into the love frequency, always asking the question, what would love do in all the situations? Releasing judgment, criticism, and harsh words, being fully present when I'm with others, creating more community spaces, and then dancing, movement, openness in my body. Because to me, that is love, is the presence of really being deeply within my body. I'm deeply connected to God and deeply connected to those that are around me. And I want to add this one question as well that is for 2023. I didn't think I wanted to, but it's just coming that it wants to come through. So maybe one of you want to do this question is, what was the hardest lesson of 2023 that I want to make sure that I learn and I don't need to learn again? You know, I don't need to go through the hard thing again and again. One of those things that you're just, you keep doing it over and over again. So what was that hard love lesson you learned in 2023 that you're going to integrate and really take with you into this new year so that you don't have to keep going through that pain? All right, so now diving back into this year. So I want you to write down, what is true love? How do you know if it's true love? So whether you're already in a true love relationship, you're in that lifelong, like this is it kind of relationship right now, how did you know that it was true love? Or if you're single and you're looking for love, how will you know when it's true love? And just writing down what comes to you. So what I wrote was the feeling is safety, security, peace, home, clarity, ease, authenticity, overflowing love and harmony. I'm not asking if I'm settling. I can feel that it is God led, and I feel they're all in energy. Pause and welcome back. Next question is three greatest relationship desires of this year. So, what are three things that you really just would love to see unfold that would feel so good if they happened? What are you striving for in your love life this year? So, me, I'm going big, baby. I am going big. I'm believing in the quickness and the speed of the divine. And and I'm saying that I'm going to meet, date, and get engaged to my divine aligned husband by the end of the year. I really feel that. And have ease and endless romance in the relationship. It's going to be truly, I always say this, but one of the greatest loves of a human earth possibility, like of a lifetime. Truly, truly the greatest love you could possibly have on earth is what I'm going for. So no big deal. I'm just shooting for the highest of the highs. And that's just what I want. And I know it's possible. So I'm so excited. If you're out there and you're listening to this, can't wait to meet you, honey. Uncoupling or breakups do not need to be horrific and ugly, but they can be the most beautiful unwinding of a union. And you get to decide if you're going to let this heartbreak hold you back from love or open you wider to an even greater love and ability to choose yourself. And if you desire to shift this archaic way of ending relationships and instead be a leader in love, then I invite you to join my Holding Heartache Masterclass so you can remain in love, trust, and integrity with your heart. And this will be a powerful way to close out that chapter with your past lover, to somatically feel through the tough emotions and create a solid foundation of support to hold you through the process of grief and letting go. You'll get a clear, reliable, and comforting kit of resources and tools so that you never feel alone or stuck during this process. And I created this masterclass so you'll feel empowered to make it through the painful process and come out the other end anchored in truth and more rooted in love. I want to remind you that your heart isn't broken, you're being opened wider, and thus you're being able to feel more alive. So if you'd like to access the Holding Your Heartache Masterclass with me, Lexy Davis, head to the show notes and sign up. Okay, next one is, how do you want to become a better lover this year? So what would that look like for you to be a better partner and a better lover? For me, I said just continuously becoming the safest space for my king. No emasculating, getting really good at cooking again since living in Bali for kind of been almost a year. There was a few months in between, but I haven't cooked, y'all. I've been living the queen life. Everything is prepared for me. I have a cleaner 3 times a week, and I haven't been able to cook. So I want to do that because like I'm all about mom life, and food is such a beautiful practice. Anyways, I'm going way into this already. So next is catching myself quicker when I get triggered, because there were still moments in my past relationship where I would just whoop, see ya, the true embodied love embodied Lex out the motherfucking door. She was gone. And so I'm trying to reel that back in to catch myself way quicker when I'm triggered, because it's not, my partner does not need to receive that. Not take things personally. I was still doing that quite a bit in my last relationship, just lots of insecurities coming up, which is so normal and going to happen, but just really catching myself of, okay, this isn't personal. I want to trust in my man to figure it out when he's struggling and to not step in. So little coach Lex, little mama Lex loves to just dive right in there and do everything for him and want to control in that way. And I'm really practicing just trusting my man that God's got him, he's got himself, and all I got to do is just pour my love into him, pour my faith and my belief into him, and he's got the rest. So that was a big one that I really want to, how I can become a better lover. Oh, another thing is not complaining to my girlfriends. As soon as like one thing goes wrong, just like speed dialing all the girls and be like, I mean, that didn't happen every time, but you know, the girls be girls and we be doing that. And I don't want to like, that's not the energy I'm trying to put on. I'm really trying to just remain so deeply in love in every way possible. And I want to start learning more about natural holistic pregnancy. Yeah. Even though I'm not gonna have babies this year. I mean, who knows what happens, but I really don't want to have babies for like 3 more years because I'm trying to travel the world with my mans, buy some homes, you know, do some things. But I want to start learning about it. And I also have been supporting a lot more women with that are pregnant, and it really excites me. Okay, I just shared so much about you guys. You probably could have finished your list by now. The next thing is your top 3 dream dates of this year. This is a fun little like visualization one. Just using your creative brain to think of new or just like what feels so good. What is it? What does your dream date look like? Something I'm going to launch this year is my date designer calls where you can book me and I'll help you plan the most epic, magical, perfectly designed date for your lover. And if you're already interested, just send me a DM and we can get going. But I haven't created any of the back end marketing of it. However, it excites me so much because I love thoughtfulness and finding the best experiences. And so this is just to get you guys inspired and to start using your creative brain. Like creativity shows up in every area of our life. And when we can love, like there's endless supply and source of love. And so we can use it to pour into our lover and make them feel like the most special human being on earth. That's the kind of vibe, that's the kind of relationships I'm going for and want to help support people with. So one of mine that I wrote was my baby does the cutest surprise and he has a scavenger hunt that is so thoughtful, fun, sexy, romantic, luxurious, and he just like, planned out this like really fun, playful scavenger hunt. I'm such a like I used to love game shows and doing all that kind of stuff. So and just knowing that he like put that much thought into it and time and he's super witty and it's gonna be so fun. I like really feel that kind of vibe. And then I also want like the most typical romantic date, the bungalows on the water in the Maldives, where you're over the water and we go scuba diving with the whales and there's all these colorful fish and coral. And we get a couples massage out on the ocean. Then we have sex for like 5 hours straight, and we eat the most delicious chef-cooked meal, and there's flowers everywhere. Yeah, that was one. And I'll leave the last one as a surprise for myself. You guys will see on the gram. All these dates come to life and even more. I also, like I said, plan the best dates. So I have so many good ideas. I love spoiling my lover and also all my friends. Like, you know, if you're my friend, I love to spoil you guys. So, okay, talking so much. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Okay, next question. How do you want to handle conflict differently this year? So, if you don't know, conflict is actually a beautiful gateway to connection. Conflict creates such deep intimacy in your relationship if you realize that and understand it's a space and opportunity to alchemize into more love. So if you're not there yet, or even if you are there, and you're like, yeah, we're really good at conflict. Well, we can always get better, right? Or maybe you're like, girl, I got it down. Well, then I am so proud of you, and I hope that you can share those skills and knowledge with other people. And if there's still room to improve, write down some things. Mine is pause and acknowledge. Whew. So right when that heat is building between you guys and the emotions are getting hot, pause, 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 acknowledge. Okay, baby, I am feeling some type of way right now, or hey, I see you. Let's breathe for a moment. Place my hand on his heart, touch each other, hold each other. That is such a beautiful way to fizzle out some of that anger and that tension and that natural desire to push away from each other. Come closer and hold their hand. Oh my gosh, that alone always helped. Okay. So making sure I always do that, seeking to understand his perspective and validate his point of view, validate his experience, somatically express the emotions that are present, and realize we are on the same team and we're not looking for a right or wrong here. We're not looking for a winner and a loser here. We are on the same team. We're looking for harmony. So those are the ways I plan to handle conflict differently, slash like really plan to use those things in the moments, because sometimes we have all these tools and when the thing happens, you're like, what tools? Who am I anymore? Okay. We're getting towards the end. I was gonna say last question, but it's not. Next question, what do you want to co-create together? So even if you're single, y'all, you can still answer these questions, right? Like even the last one, how do you handle conflict with your parents, with your coworkers, with your friends? And what do you want to co-create together? If you are single, what do you want to create with your lover, right? And if you are in a partnership, what do you want to create together? I want to create a couples retreat with my lover, and it's going to be out of this world. It's going to be the best couples retreat in the world, and I'm so excited for that day. I want to volunteer with him and we don't need to create our own volunteer project, but we can support a bunch of organizations. I want to create a home together. That brings me so much joy creating a home with him. I want to create quarterly business planning where we have this ritual where every quarter we're sitting down, we're talking about our business goals, our home goals, our future family goals, our travel goals, all those things, and just really getting clear and we understand each other's schedules and just yum. That to me, that is so yum. And obviously you could hear my Capricornian coming out of here. And then I want to create financial overflow with my baby and more love on the planet. Most importantly, that's all I want to do. Lift the love vibration of the world. Okay. Speaking of that, next question. How can you receive more? A lot of us struggle to receive. So how can you receive more from your partner? More love from them? How can you receive what they're already giving you? And if you're someone that's like all you do is receive, then you need to answer, how can I give more? But you can also honestly answer both of these things. So one way I want to receive more is just being fully present as much as I can in the presence of him. And like when he shares anything, his little thoughtfulness or his words or his gaze, like really let my whole body take it in. Like how much of this can I let inside of me? And that's what I'm going for. And I can receive more also just by softening my body anytime I'm around him and just receiving his presence. Like yum, goodness. Wow, I think we are at the last question. Okay, so the last question is, how can you set up a weekly or monthly check-in? So this is really aimed towards you being in a partnership. And if you're not in a partnership, what is something you can do for yourself? It's just a weekly or monthly check-in too, because you got to check yourself too. It's not like just because you don't have a partner, there's nothing to look at. No. But if you are in a partnership, I want you guys to co-create a beautiful questionnaire ritual thing that you can do. Like it is so important because life be life in, and when we don't stop to pause and really check in with each other and see and have these like super meaningful, honest, vulnerable conversations, this is how you create that endless romance. It is so possible to have that romance throughout the entire duration of your relationship, but you got to add practices like this. So maybe one of the questions is, what are you grateful for this week about our relationship? Or what's one thing that you felt hurt by me or that you wanted to receive that I wasn't able to give you? Or what's one fun thing you want to do together next week? And just kind of creating a set of questions together. Don't go overboard now. Keep it to like 5 to 10 questions. And you can also change these questions. It's not permanent. Like, your mind's going to create all these excuses to just not do it, but resist that and make it simple and put it in your calendar a priority there's a certain day of each week, or if you don't have time for that, then each month where you make it a beautiful ceremony. So like we did today, the candles, the flowers, open the window, let some fresh air in, or you go to a park, you go to the ocean, just do something so beautiful. Have a picnic together, have a really romantic dinner, and talk about these things. And it's going to feel so good, so nourishing, expand so much love. If you're by yourself, take yourself on a really romantic solo date, right? Same thing. You can take yourself on a picnic. Like, all these things are applicable. And then when you enter partnership, you'll definitely bring this practice into the love. Okay, my darlings. So excited to hear all of your 2024 love intentions. Please tag me Alive to Enjoy or Heart Snuggles on Instagram. Send me an email, send me DM. I love to hear it all. I love to see what ideas you come up with. And the more we can share and support each other, we can start to get more creative, right? And to understand ourselves better. And it's just so much fun. I think it's fun, at least because I love love and I'm just obsessed with love. So send to a friend so that we can start to spread this love vibration. That's just the goal. That's just the goal, forever the goal. And let more people receive what they want, right? When we can stop to think and actually be present and intentional and have clarity on what we want, then we can create more of that in our life, and we can be more fulfilled. Our partners will be more fulfilled, and it just brings so much goodness into the world. So a lot is gonna come for us this year. I feel immense amount of goodness. And I would also really love to know what your word of the year is. This is a practice I've been doing for, I don't know, maybe 4 years now. And you just choose one word. What is the vibe of your year? Last year, my word was limitless. The year before, my word was safety, I'm pretty sure, or empowerment. One of the two, they were switched. And this year, I'm actually still deciding, but I really feel like my word so far is devotional, or it might be miracles. So we'll see. But tell me your word of the year. You can drop it in the Spotify poll right below. I would love to hear it. And I'm sending you so much love. Big, big, big hugs. I hope that you enjoyed this process. I've never shared this with anyone before, so I would love to hear how it went and how it felt. And if you are single, I have a really beautiful group program coming out very soon, and a relationship, people that are in partnerships coming out mid-year, and lots of other magic happening throughout. And there's also some master classes I have, and I'm just starting to create more to give to you guys to bring more healthy, safe, playful, romantic love into this world, because we all can have it. We all can deepen our love and experience, I think, the best possible thing on earth is that union with another. So I love you so much. Mwah! You made it to the end of the episode, so now it's time for our snuggly heart breath of the day. Place a hand or both hands, if it's safe to do so, over your heart and take a big breath into your heart center. Open your mouth and let it go. I'm so grateful to have shared this time with you. If you enjoyed this combo, please share with your besties and your fam. And if you're a visual person like me, fly over to YouTube and watch the video. If you want to do a random act of kindness today, please leave a 5-star review so more people in the world can get their heart snuggled. You're helping tremendously when you do this, so thank you so much. And as a gift for doing so, I'll give you my Soften Your Heart Medi that feels like an exhale and a hug from within. When you leave a review and email me the screenshot to heartsnuggles@alivetoenjoy.com, you can also find the email in the show notes and you'll get the free meditation. Sending you the warmest, comfiest hug and lots of unexpected blessings your way. Remember that every single person just wants to be loved. So how can you be loved today?